Hey, it's JC1424 once again with Gran Turismo 4. And in this episode of our GT mode playthrough, part 104, we're doing the All Japan GT Championship. We've got a lot of Japanese cars, but only a few of them are race cars, I think. Last episode, we went to the professional events and did the Supercar Festival. And the regulations of that event were pure evil. I think at one point I tried picking 4 different cars, some of which the game was using against me, and they said I could not use those cars. Then they said I need such and such horsepower. I got that, and they said it still wasn't enough. But for completing Supercar Festival, they gave us a Cizeta V16T from 1994, basically looks like a Ferrari, and this was a car that we raced against a couple of times in that episode. We're at 79.6% game completion, and the car I think I want to use in this championship is a Nissan 350Z Concept LM race car. I think it's got like a red and blue white paint job. It shows up as only white on the menu. This is not my favorite Nissan Z race car, but it's like the only one that we have, and I think it'll do the trick. I could just buy a Nissan Z race car of my preference, but that would require spending money, and I want to save all of that for something I already knew that I really wanted before we got into all this junk. But this is going to be the last event of the Japanese events. It's a 10-race championship, so hopefully they aren't too long, because then I'll be recording this for like over 2.5 hours. I like it whenever it takes us like an hour or something. But 15,000 credits per win. So that's 150,000 in total, plus the championship winning prize. So that's 100,000 plus 150,000, 250,000 credits. And I'm banking on this car being good enough. Hopefully not too good though, because I want to get me some A-Spec points. First up, we've got Tokyo for 5 laps, and that'll be forward. We've got Suzuka Circuit for 12 laps. That's the E-score, so that's reasonable. Seoul Central for 10 laps. Fuji Speedway 90s for 6 laps. I would like to go to the 2005 version though. We're going to the Twin Ring Motegi Super Speedway for 12 laps. Huh, we don't go here often, so that's really cool. Mazda Raceway Laguna Seca for 7 laps. Hong Kong, okay, yeah, we're doing a lot of stuff in Asia, and that'll be for 9 laps. I think that's going to be a pretty long one. Then we have Twin Ring Motegi again, and it's the full road course for 6 laps. Fuji Speedway 2005 GT for 6 laps. That's what I wanted. And then it's all going to end off probably at the full version of Suzuka for 5 laps. Yeah, this championship is probably going to take like 2 hours. Oh my god. Great though. I'm all for it. I'm going to have a good time. I already know they're going to be using actual JGTC cars. The thing is, mine is a race car, so it'll either be a bit better or a bit worse. Upgrades should help, though. I've got my emotional support red Gatorade. It's definitely better than the blue. I've decided that after last episode. We've got 3 Skyline GTRs or whatever. 2 of them are Zenavis. Then we have an NSX. We've got a guy driving the Nissan Z that I would like to be driving, the Multool Pit Work. And I guess that's about it. And you just got me in my 350Z Concept race car. It's a 10-point race. Well, I mean, that's still 100 for all of them together. Okay. Easy on the wheel spin, I guess. Well, the game is telling me that this is going to be stupid easy. Dang it. And I said stuff about upgrades because I figured, well, if it's not good enough, I could just add a little horsepower and that should do the trick. Yeah, I'm just hanging in there. It's not endurance races, so I don't have to worry about, like, some really bad tire fall-off or anything. Ugh. He's just gonna run me into the wall. What is this physics? Dude, you're making this way closer than it needs to be. Got all these laps to figure it out. He's doing everything he can to stop me from making my through the field. Oh man, that's a nice GTR right there. The blue Zanabi. I don't know what the other one is, though, because the other one started up front. I mean, it might be different colors. It might be silver and red, just like the multiple pitwork Z. We'll have to see when we get there. Okay, I'll slow it down to 4th gear. Yeah, we're just pulling away from these guys. I passed the Castrol NSX without even noticing. I don't know how I managed to do that. I knew I passed 2 cars. I didn't think I passed 3. But yeah, this car up here, I really wish I had that car. If I did, I'd get more respect points, and I'd be perfectly competent. But I guess it's not a prize car. You gotta buy it. It's like I don't like having to buy all these race cars because it gets so expensive you can't buy anything else. Alright. The other GTR by Zanabi is silver and red. So it looks very similar to this other car that is made by completely different people. Oh, what? We're going 3 wide? Is that going to be the thumbnail? I think that's going to be the thumbnail. It'll make my life easier and not have to worry about it for the rest of the series. Well, we're winning the championship for sure. And of course, I'm not going to use this car in all the races. I'll probably back out once I know I've got enough points to lock it up. That's our first 15,000 credits. And now on to the second race. The 12 laps at Suzuka Circuit East course. Seems like the guy with the least amount of points is starting second. So does that mean that the Castrol NSX is like the worst car here? I don't know. Like maybe it's the oldest or what? Trying to get bad wheel spin or whatever. We full throttle it, we run it in place. I'll figure it out eventually. I don't think I am going to take the lead on the first lap because it is a really short track. Squeeze in there. I tried. I couldn't make it happen. I wanted to because maybe I would reconsider Tokyo being the thumbnail, but I think I'm going to have to stick with that because these AI are mean. They don't like making pretty pictures happen. Okay, we're up to third. This is supposed to be like really long races, long championship, but like you get to see 1 lap of it because once I take the lead, it's all over from there. And whenever I pick other cars and we complete the championship, gotten a prize car, I'll get to adventure a little bit. And yeah, I was right. We're not getting the lead on the first lap. But like I've got other Japanese race cars, like to pull out and run some of these as single races. I don't think I have to even run but like maybe 7 races of this championship if I dominate long enough. Because you've seen me have a 5-race championship and then only had to run 3 of the races before I could just back out and still get the championship. Now, I have taken the lead. Kind of wondering if we're going to have different finishing orders or something. Maybe these cars handle differently on other tracks. They're all in the same classification, so I wouldn't expect that much to change. I don't think I would have minded. I don't think I would have dug underground for coal or gold. I don't think I would have minded if they made it so you could only use JGTC cars in this event. Not race cars like I'm using. Also, this race killed my front tires. I don't think this is the only races that's going to do that. But this one was certainly going to. Alright, next up, Seoul Central for 10 laps. This track is mostly straight, so I don't think this is going to do that. But, man, I've got a Mazda RX-8 race car. Got a Mazda RX-7 race car. I think we had a Mitsubishi FTO touring car. And, yeah, that would be permitted here, too. And I think all those cars would beat these purely because they're not JGTC. And these cars just have those kind of limitations. Oh my god, I'm already up to 4th after the first corner. It pains me to just drive by this multiple pitwork Z whenever I love that car so much. And it's mainly because of the livery. Compare that to what I'm driving right here. I mean, it's a boring livery. I mean, that multiple pitwork Z, it's a wild looking thing. At the moment, the Castrol NSX is running 3rd. He was running 2nd until I passed him, and I'm stopping from getting back into 2nd place. I just damn near crashed into that wall again. I did the same thing last episode, didn't I? What was I driving when I did that? I think it was the Ford GT. Well, we're not leading the first lap here. It makes sense that this race is 2 laps shorter whenever we had like 47-second laps at the Suzuka Circuit East course. Over here we got a little over a minute. Now we're starting a lap at full speed. So, yeah, we should have even faster laps. So it all kind of makes sense. I'm not sure what, like, our shortest race will be, but I already know our longest race might just be the Suzuka Circuit full course for 5 laps. I mean, it's not 12 laps, but still, like, that track is like another minute and a half longer whenever you go the full length. I'm gonna go ahead and pass them right here just before we start the 3rd lap of the race. And that car is actually quite competent. If I was driving that car, I think I'd be able to outrun what I'm driving right now. I think, you reverse the roles. This guy just doesn't have enough skill. Because Gran Turismo AI. Oh my god. I'm about to lap a car. I mean, I think I'm about to. Yeah, here we go. I'm sorry. I just really wanted to do it because it looked like it was about to happen. Okay, we got him. Everything really looks and feels different about this game now. Because, like, we're in race cars or supercars constantly. We're going to different tracks. Everything was just so repetitive for a while. I mean, I tried to break out of the whole, the one make races stint. But it was like the same tracks and crap. Damn, that was only the 3rd race. I feel like I've been playing this game long enough to have done 5. Alright, race 4, Fuji Speedway 90s. And this is a longer track, so I'm going to be lapping cars here. I was surprised that we were lapping cars at Seoul Central instead of Suzuki Circuit East course. Whenever the Suzuki Circuit East course was shorter laps, and we went more laps. I'm trying to get out of the super wheel spin. We all know the AI are terrible at starting races here. I already said that, like, last episode, maybe the one before that. Gosh, I'm already in 5th gear? This car is something else. Okay, they're doing a pretty good job this time. Still gonna pass at least one guy in this corner. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have the lead by the end of this lap. Because this track is long enough for that. Damn, they are protected. Look at these cars, and they are stiff, they hold their ground. They don't move one bit. You touch them, they still not moving. You gotta squeeze your way in there. And hope the physics are on your side. Basically, if this guy in the Zanavi GTR, if he doesn't finish in 2nd, then we're going to have a whole 2-race lead. And this is the 4th race, so yeah, it would make sense to have one at that point, but we're getting really close to it. And also, this is the 90s version, not the 80s, so I have to go to the chicane. Almost forgot that this turn is here. And yeah, I was correct. This track is long enough for us to have the lead by the end of the 1st lap. We got a couple corners left. I'm still having the lead. Man, if I had an actual JGTC car, I would have taken that here. But the only one I can think of that we had at some point was, like, old and a piece of crap and would have been competent in this one. Yeah, I got rid of it because I didn't want it. It should have given me more JGTC cars than all these Japanese race cars. But I mean, inherently, a JGTC car is a Japanese race car. My tires are worn. I think I'm gonna take a pit stop. So I'm just gonna go in here, head down pit road. Oh, the race is over. Well, that's unfortunate. That GTR, he could have been passed by the multiple pit work Z a few times, but the guy just lost the draft. So that's 60,000 credits we've made so far. Alright, after this race at Darlington, we will have a whole 2-race lead over the Zanavi Nismo GTR. Okay, 12 laps at Darlington. Yeah, this is Darlington. I mean, I think we get more accurate lap times to Darlington when we're driving those GT3s or whatever than we get in these cars that really go just as fast as NASCAR stock cars would. I mean, if you're looking at, about 180 miles an hour, I'd say that you reach speeds similar to that at the actual Darlington. So, yeah, the track is so damn short, we're not going to have the lead after the first lap. And I think we're going to have it after the second one, but damn. Yeah, this guy in this Navi GTR, like, he is on a whole different playing field than those guys. And then I am on another whole different playing field. Okay, damn, he did not have to check up like that off the corner, but he did. Now, these are going to be the fastest laps in the entire series, because right now we are going faster laps than we even did at Suzuka East Course. That shouldn't be a surprise, but this is actually a lot bigger than Darlington Raceway. As I head into turn 3 on the 10th lap of this 12-lap race, it seems I am definitely going to lap 3 cars in this field. And even if I don't have the time, well, got the draft, so it doesn't matter. Okay, go ahead and hit me. I probably deserve it for breaking this car here. Let's go around this blue GTR. And then that blue GTR. Lots of blue GTR. Lots of blue sky. Got blue on my car. I think I've run a 33.369 at least 3 times in this race. Like, gotten the exact same lap time. I mean, this could very well be my fastest lap of the race. I mean, it would be if I had fresher tires. I thought it would be faster just because I was having to draft those guys, but no, I didn't really change anything. Yeah, those guys in second and third, they're too much faster than these guys back here for us to lap them. I don't know how many more laps I would need to lap the guy in third. I think that's the Motul Pitwork Z. Yeah, because the Zanavi Nismo GTR is just always kicking everybody's ass. And yeah, there you go. The end of the race. I need my freaking Gatorade. This is so dumb. I feel like this was the most reasonable car I could pick. I think that's 75,000 credits now. Usually, the championship would be over. But no, we have another 5 races left. 5 races left and a 22-point lead over the Zanavi Nismo GTR. Now we're going to Mazda Raceway Laguna Seca, a track in California, USA. So, yeah, we've gone very far from Japan. Brandon is asking me things about Daytona. Y'all know Brandon, Blue Jimmy 48 fan. Shout out to that guy. I mean, this is coming out way after the whole Daytona trip. Alright, here we come. Already taking 5th place in the first corner. Oh my god. I know y'all can drive these cars faster than this. I know I can, but it's AI, so I guess not. They really hold back. Still getting messages from Brandon. Lots of Brandon messages. Let's go, Brandon. I didn't say that. Okay, up to 2nd place. The main challenger is really always just the Zanavi Nismo GTR. Like, he always has this slightly bigger gap than everybody else. Sure, I close it, but I wonder if I had a JGTC car, I would actually be challenged by that guy. Because clearly he can't challenge this thing. So after this race, if this guy finishes 2nd, like he always does, I think we're going to have like a 28-point lead or a 26-point lead. I don't freaking know. We get like 4 more points than him every race. I think that's correct. And then right now we have a 22-point lead. So yeah, I guess it would be a 26-point lead after this race. I've got another 6 laps to go. I've decided I'm going to take another pit stop because I am the dumb. Go on in, get in there. Okay. They're not even putting up. No pit stop allowed during the last lap. They didn't put that up for Fuji. I was wondering, I was like, where's the pit freaking menu? Like, the game is very aware that, like, you shouldn't be pitting on the last lap. You should just finish the race. I tried. Yeah, after next race we should have a full 3-race lead. I know that we have Hong Kong, Fuji 2005, and the Suzuka Full Circuit coming up. And then there's one other race. I think that other race is the Twin Ring Motegi, the full road course. I am going to save this race for a different car. We don't need to run that many races. We really only need to run one more race in this session. And I am also going to skip Twin Ring Motegi, the full road course. Because I know we have that big of a buffer. And I think going into the final race, I can have, like, be 4 points behind or whatever, and then still make it up by just winning the race. So that's why I'm going to skip Fuji 2005 as well. We're going to run the last race of this championship, being, I guess, 4 points behind, and win it, and that should do it. I think the only thing that worries me is that if I win this race, and then he finishes second, it comes down to a tie. But, like, I'm going to have won the race, and won a bunch of other races, so I don't know what credibility that gives him to get the championship win over the tie if I win all these races. I could push him off the track and make sure he doesn't finish second. But I don't want to do that. At the same time, I think I really do, just to be safe. He'd probably just come back from it and manage to pass all these guys back in the first place. And I am getting molested by these guys. I try going through the middle, they say no, then they just shove me off the track. But yes, this is the full Suzuki circuit. We're going to be here for just 5 laps, but it's a long track, so I think just as long race as the other ones, if not longer. Dude, look how much this guy just drives away from everybody else. So, I mean, even if I pushed him off the track, and then he wrecked, and he got stuck in the sand, I'm pretty sure that he would just come back right up to second. And then we're just going to fly around him, and I am going to finish this championship off with a tie for the lead, and have won the final race, and many other races, compared to him at least. I think he winds up winning like 3 races, and I have won 7. If the game doesn't give me the championship after this, then that's just absolute lunacy. Heading into the final corners of the championship, I can only hope this game got one thing right and gives the championship title to the person who obviously earned it. I won, I think, 4 more races than that guy. And then I won the final race. Also, this version of the track actually wore down my front tires less than the East course. And I think this race was still longer than that one. But the main reason why it would do that is because East course is high-speed curves, just over and over again. You can get a lot less of that with just 5 laps, and then the technical sections just being tight corners. It says I'm second right now. But I got the lead doing that. So yeah, it says I'm first. I get the championship right. Don't you fuck this up. Don't you be big dumb. I don't have much red Gatorade left, but I'm going to need it if they ruin this. Yeah, we came first place in the final race. We're at 2.8 million. I won the championship. Where's my championship prize? Okay, so now what? Oh my god! This game literally can't get anything right. You saw that last episode, saw it in special condition events, and you see it here. I got the most points, tied with some other guy, but I won the most races, and I won the final race. But I don't get the championship winning prize, and I don't get the prize car. Instead, I gotta do it all over again and get a bunch of extra money. Well, that's unfortunate, isn't it? And I'm not gonna boo-hoo about it. I'm gonna go do these 3 races and decide which car is less good as what I just drove, so I get more A-Spec points out of the championship. But man, I want to pull out my Mazda RX-8 race car, I guess first, and use that at Hong Kong. Where is that? There it is. Green and orange. This is so dumb. This game sucks. And because it sucks, I'm about to get a lot more money. That's nice. Now we'll go to Hong Kong for 9 laps, which should also bring some different competition because it's not a championship anymore. I mean, damn. The only car that was just racing a while ago that's here is the Multiple Pitwork Z. So the game continues to tease me with this car that I would like to have. This is also a 10-point race. Well, I'm not going to redo the championship with this car. That Mitsubishi FTO touring car, I don't expect it to be as good as this or what I was just driving. I mean, it might be way worse because a stock FTO GP by Mitsubishi isn't worth a damn. Nice to see the Castrol Tom Super, though. Everybody loves that, right? So we'll head on into this corner. And I gotta love how this car sounds all different and everything. I've always wondered why the roof is like discolored compared to the rest of the orange parts of the car. And I am trying to pass this guy, and there's no room to do that. So yeah, this race was going to be different either way from all the other ones we were doing in the championship. Whenever I had that Nissan 350Z concept race car, it probably would still have gone like this, if not worse. I mean, I think this car is tinier, so that probably helps it steer better. Okay, we're back over here. I think they wanted me in first gear right there, but I didn't want to do all the wheel spin garbage, so I just kept it in second. Okay, we get a runoff in this straight. Not really. Okay, I thought I was driving a better car than these guys, but he actually beat me down the straight. And it might have just been because of the draft, I don't know. But this is just not a good track for passing. It's not a real track either. I think every track in this series is real locations, of course. But most of them were actual real tracks. But places like Tokyo and Hong Kong, no. Come on, I'm still in 5th. Okay, up to 4th. As we start the second lap. Why are you crushing me into the wall? God damn it, Gran Turismo AI. I'm already not in a good mood because y'all just stole the championship from me for no reason. Y'all have no logic. There's so many things wrong with this stupid game, man. I think that's supposed to be the case with stupid games, though. You know, there's supposed to be things wrong with it. Otherwise, it's not stupid, is it? Oh, I got the purple Rave Rig in SX. I do love that purple in that car. I think some people don't, but most people do. That is a nice, awesome shade of purple. Got the Takata Dome in SX, deciding he's just going to dominate this race. I figured that the Rave Rig in SX could do the same thing, but no, this guy's pulling away. And I'm not sure exactly why. I guess it all comes down to clean air. Here we go. Send it in for the pass. Try to push me into the wall. Hey, if you look at the roof, that's not orange. It's like something else. I don't know if it's like an unsaturated orange or if it's gray or what. I'd like to look more intently at the roof of this car so I can see what the hell they put on top of it. For the longest time, I just assumed it was orange like every other part of it. Well, that's a couple laps of this 9-lap race. I'm going to focus and stop driving like shit. Okay. Well, that took a while. Yeah, 12 minutes. Whatever I do that championship all over again, that's like another hour and a half. I'm not going to record it, though. Supposedly, this is the 8th race that I've run. So, how much is that? Like 120,000 credits? Well, this car actually only has 430 horsepower compared to the 500 that I've been racing with in the other cars. So maybe I can be faced with a challenge and get A-Spec points? Let's take this to Twin Ring Motegi Road Course for 6 laps and find out. I've never actually driven this car, so gotta turn off the driving aids. This car's from 1997. That's concerning. Because literally every other car is newer than ours by at least 2 years. So that Pennzoil Nismo GTR, 1999, 126 A-Spec point race. See, this is not a race car, it's a touring car. And they said super touring car. I don't know what the hell that means. I've been told that before, but like, I swear to God, I'm better off with a regular touring car. Probably not. I feel like I'd be more confident in my car if it says super. I gotta get used to the handling of this. And used to the lack of power. It should be very telling what our chances are of running a championship with this car. If we're going all these freaking straights and then just some tight corners here and there and trying to take advantage of that. Right now I'm just barely hanging on. So if I can win this race, I still probably want to add horsepower. Not that I don't want A-Spec points, but I don't want to struggle to win the championship that I should have already won. And then there's qualifying because it's championships, that helps. I mean, they call it practice, but it really is qualifying. It determines where you start. Oh my God, what the hell you hit the brakes right there for? You fucking weird, dude. Ow. No, stop that. I'm just trying to make the damn corners, and I can't do that whenever I'm getting harassed like this. This guy's all over me. I don't blame him. He's driving an actual Supra. I'm driving a fake Supra. I mean, that's basically what this car is, right? Look at it. Look at the back bumper, front bumper, body style. It's really just a fake Supra. They should have had a FTO race car, not just a touring car, super touring car, because, yeah, this ain't cutting it. Just like last time, the leader is kind of pulling away to a bigger lead. The Clean Air usually has the best car. Okay, I'm on the brakes. Yeah, I usually gain a lot going into that corner. What also does concern me is how the tires wear down at this track. That could also hold me back from winning. This race is going to be something else. I just want to get past these two cars so I can focus on the leader. But after the first lap of this 6-lap race, 4.3 back. I think it's kind of possible. What are you doing to this man? Stop that. You are unkind. Oh, you just run him off the track. I guess it's kind of helped me hang on to them. I could use the draft. But I'm not going to have the draft whenever I try to catch the leader. Come on. Yeah, let's get underneath this guy. Go, go. It's kind of confusing, like whenever I'm at the top of the gear, I'm trying to finish a corner, but I don't know if I'm actually going to stay on the track as I get tight, so I don't know. But we are catching the leader, and we've got time. I think I just caught a leader a lot, mainly because I just used somebody up to get through a corner. I just did it again right there. Oh, but man, whenever I lose them front tires, we're going to have some problems. 6-lap race. Well, we're on the last lap of the race, and I am physically hurting myself trying to keep up with this guy. Like, I'm shoving my thumb through the controller. And that's not helping anything, but that is exactly what I'm doing. I need his draft. And then whenever I do get his draft, I miss a corner because I'm not expecting that much speed going into the corner. Okay, we're going in third gear. Come on. The only way I'm actually going to make anything happen is if I bump and run. And at one point, I was a lot closer. I was like 1 second behind him. But I need more power because I'm trying to do things with this motherfucking car that it literally can't do. It can't do what I want in the corners. So I need more speed so I can make up for that. Ugh. God damn. Oh my God, I'm in so much pain right now. Ow. It's not possible. It's not possible because I need better track position and I need more power. I can get a lot of A-Spec points out of this with this car. But I guess I'm just going to have to take second place and run this race again in the championship. Unless I can just cut the fucking corner. Well, I caught him doing that, but too little, too late. No, why did I downshift? I tried to upshift and I pushed downshift. I almost had it doing that. Oh, God. Yeah, I can win the championship with this car, but I need more horsepower. Well, that's 7,500 credits. So, does that make my new total 127,500? I never use this car, but I know it'll get the job done, so let's take it for a spin. And we move on to Fuji Speedway 2005 GT, which should be the final race of the video before I go do that whole freaking championship again, off camera, getting A-Spec points, qualifying to start first place, not to deal with traffic, you know, all that. Okay, I don't think any of this is really all that new. I do believe we've seen all these cars in this video at this point. It's a 72-point race. Well, that's nice. I was actually planning on skipping this one in specific whenever I went back to do the championship. Actually, no wheel spin at all. I didn't full throttle it, so I don't know exactly the terms of all that. And yeah, this is the one race footage you're going to get. Plus, having a JGTC event at the new Fuji Speedway. I would actually like to watch a real race at this track someday. Whether it's on TV or actually being there in Japan. But still, like, I've never seen any real races here before. But I don't know where to look. I don't know what channels on TV. I don't know what websites. I don't know shit. I should Google it, you know, like real millennials do. A 72-point race, but I mean, I'm getting just as challenged by these cars as I was in the other one, the Nissan 350Z concept LM race car. He's decided I don't belong on the track, so I have to stay over here. Well, he's racing me, that's what he's doing. I like racing. But that's not going to last. Just like in all those other ones. I take the lead on the first lap. And I just kind of sit here in silence waiting for the race to end because nothing else really worth showing. I don't know, maybe the car's tires will wear down a lot? But the thing is, usually, it kind of bases it off of how the car drives on fresh tires. So if you get like really, really hard tires, the game insists the race will be really hard for you. But on fresh tires, the race will be really easy. So, I don't know, I guess the tires will hold through fine. You know, on second thought, I could just sell the Mitsubishi FTO Super Touring car and use this with like some harder tires. You get a lot more A-Spec points than just 72. My freaking camera ran out of memory while I was doing that race, so I had to pause it and unplug and then plug in and unplug and then... I never really intended on keeping this car anyways, and I did manage to find some use for it. And for selling it, I am going to get over 300,000 credits. Great deal. Great idea. Now I gotta go to Honda. Go to the Mugen Tune Shop, or as I used to call it when I was a kid, Mudgin. And as far as tires go, it defaults to medium tires. And for 11,000 credits, I can get some hard ones. Get some super hard ones. I don't want that much steering problems. I think this would be a good idea to get like a little more A-Spec points. I think my plan is just like run all but one race in here, specifically that one, because I already did with this car and got a bunch of A-Spec points, so it's fine by me. But I don't even want to record all the raw game footage for this, because that'll take forever to render. But I'll go ahead and do it and give you like a super duper fast forward. Let me go ahead and turn off this damn camera though. So, the first time I did all those races, I should have made 150,000 credits, but then I couldn't win the Twin Ring Motegi Road Course with the Mitsubishi FTO GP Super Touring Car. I got second. So I got 142,500 credits. Then I bought my hard tires for this car. It was 11,000, so 131,500 credits instead. And I just did this whole championship all over again. Which, I mean, that would be worth 250,000 credits, but I, of course, skipped the Fuji 2005 race I already had done. So that's 235,000 plus the 131,500. And I think that totals up to like 366,000. I had to think about it for a while. I had to get out my freaking phone, new calculator during the loading screen and when they give me all the money. But look where we are right now. I also left out the fact that I did indeed sell that FTO Super Touring Car. And that was worth like 300,000 more credits. That was supposed to take like 2 hours. Instead, it took like 4 hours. And they give me the car that I've really, really been wanting. Now I'm just sitting here wondering, like, where I should use it. Is that dirt? Is there dirt on the door? Now I have 2 Nissan Z race cars, and this one's got a boring livery. Sure, it performs great and whatever, but if I ever want to drive it again, it's in arcade mode. So we're going to sell it, and they're going to give us another 300-something thousand credits. So I guess we've made about 1 million credits in this episode. And as far as A-Spec points go, every race was worth 77 when I had my NSX race car with the hard tires. So that should be 770, but we got 5 less whenever I did the Fuji Speedway 2005. So 765 A-Spec points made in this episode. See you next time. That's that, and episode over.